So what exactly happened in the Steelers' 27-24 loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Week 4? It's a good question, and you can watch the film a couple hundred times over and probably find more things than you started with. The fact is, the defense, playing down 3 starters from where they started on opening day, had a tough time adjusting to an improving Tampa Bay offense. It's not really an excuse, and 13 penalties certainly won't help any team win, but the reality is the defense did not play well enough to support the offense in this game. We're going to break down a couple plays from it and try to make some sense of what's going on exactly among the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first play we're going to look at here in Steelers film room is when the Steelers have the ball in the second quarter, the 5:06 left. They got a second and long situation. The Steelers come out with 4 wide receivers with 1 running back, LeGarrette Blount, behind next to Ben Roethlisberger, who's in the shotgun. At the snap, as you can see, it's kind of a low snap, and after giving the fake to Blount, you can see the low snap actually might be kind of an advantage because it gave the Steelers a quick split second to slow down and recognize that Tampa Bay is going to run a robber right into that inside lane off to the left of the quarterback. And in doing that, they're looking to jump an underneath route. But instead, the Steelers receivers are all running vertical routes, which basically means the Bucs are in the wrong defense for this kind of play. Ben recognizes that, sees Antonio Brown running a fly down the right side, knows that he has essentially a one-on-one throw, and launches it down the field, puts it right on the money, and Antonio Brown makes a phenomenal catch. I mean, of all the highlights that he has in his career, this is definitely going to be one of the best ones. 27-yard touchdown catch, and the Steelers' offense was rolling at this point. The second play that we're going to do is an example of Ben Roethlisberger's accuracy and arm strength. As you see, the Steelers are here in the red zone in the third quarter with 7:53 left in the game. Heath Miller is going to start off wide on the left of the line of scrimmage on this play, and he's going to motion down into the slot. The Steelers run a lot of motion in their offense, and the reason for that is to show Roethlisberger what the defense is doing and how they're going to defend the play based on the formation the Steelers have. Noticing that no one's really following Miller, he knows that it's a zone play, and that's going to give him the inside angle on a slant route. And you'll see right at the snap, the inline tight end, Matt Spaeth, is going to come off to the left and essentially clear a path for Miller to run right behind. In doing that, as you can see, right when he breaks, Roethlisberger is looking straight at him. He knows where he's going with it. The only question is he going to give him a hard pass inside right in between the 2 defenders, or is he going to give him something a little bit longer and not give the defenders much of a chance to have to react to it and come back to the ball? Ben's going to decide to thread the needle, essentially, and he throws an absolutely perfect pass right into the hands of Heath Miller, right between the 2 defenders, and all he needs to do is fall down into the end zone for the Steelers' touchdown. It's a great throw, it's a great read by Roethlisberger, and a well-designed play. There are many plays we could pick apart here. The one we're going to look at is with 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter, the big completion to Louis Murphy off from the arm of Mike Glennon. As you can see from the start of this play, look at how the Steelers are lined up. There are 4 guys in and around the line of scrimmage with 2 of them down. There's 1 linebacker who's about 10 yards off the ball, and they have 6 defensive backs on the field. You're only going to count 5 in this initial picture because strong safety Troy Polamalu must be about 25 yards off the ball. This is a 2nd and 10 play with 35 seconds left in the game, and the Bucs are at around midfield. Playing it that deep really just gives up the underneath stuff, the inside stuff, and look at where they are in the field. Look how much space they have behind the linebacker, and take one guess where they throw the ball. This is a simple post run by Louis Murphy, but of the multitude of problems with this play, they get no rush on the passer at all. There are multiple receivers open, and there appears to be some kind of alignment problem with the Steelers. It shouldn't be any wonder the play went for as many yards as it did. He was wide open when he caught it. He was barely ever defended, and he got all the way down to the 5-yard line. That catch would set up the eventual game-winning touchdown 2 plays later. There's little doubt the Steelers' defense essentially blew this game down the stretch. It was a quality offensive game for the Steelers, but it's still young enough and new enough of a defense that, especially losing 3 starters in the middle of the season, it's going to cause a problem. In this game, though, we saw a lot of good things from the offense, and the defense, very much like games against Cleveland and against Baltimore, had stretches of time in which they played very well. As it is, with only 4 games under their belt, they still have some time yet to grow together and to try to put a product together that can qualify for the playoffs. They may have to do that late in the season again, very much like they did last year, but they're going to have to count on more than just a Ryan Succop field goal at the end in order to qualify. With Behind the Steel Curtain, I'm Neil Coulon.